Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba on episode 5 of Hashira Gekko-hen, which is the Hashira training arc. Sorry for making it long. Sorry for rambling on about that. This episode right here was actually pretty brutal. I mean, not in terms of gory stuff, someone getting killed. In terms of training brutality, it really fits the mark. Not to mention what the heck really happened. This episode was really freaking hilarious and funny, but at the same time really ridiculous, I guess, depending on the situation, how you look at it. So if anything else, let's just get this started right away. We have to it, when it comes to Mitsuri Karonji's training, all it does is involve flexibility, and it wasn't pretty much a long episode, unlike comparing to the others, but it is what it is, I mean, I expected to be Mitsuri Karonji's training to be very long, but she barely had any screen time, which really, really sucks, but it is what it is, but we go to Iguro's training, and this involves fighting in narrow spaces, and of course, when it comes to Tanjiro training with Iguro, he pretty much was in a very bad tight spot. Well, in terms of swinging his sword in narrow places is very difficult. I mean, compared to to all the fighting he has been doing, he's been fighting in big spaces. Now, this was a perfect opportunity for Tanjiro to not to get his wooden sword or his sword in general in the future, not to get caught up in between narrow spaces. Otherwise, it's a death-like situation because one, when you're facing a very high-ranked demon and upper-ranked demon, any mistakes or mess-ups, it's total death, that kind of thing, and so forth. And we have to it, that eventually after a certain amount of days, which I believe it could be 5 days or maybe 4 to 5, depending on the situation, on how you look at it, Tanjiro managed to pass Iguro's training, and Iguro pretty much has his disdain and contempt towards Tanjiro from the very moment we saw in this episode. He was a total jerk to the end, but it is what it is. But compared to the training of Iguro's training and to the Wind Hashira's training, which is Sanemi, Sanemi is much worse and so forth, because at this point, it was total, because this is where Zenitsu comes in, right? He is like, Tanjiro, get me the hell out of here, I'm gonna die, and Sanemi grabs Zenitsu by the head. You have a choice, continue the training or die, or something like that. Eventually, Tanjiro greets Sanemi, but Sanemi tells him, go to hell in a certain way. He's saying, I haven't accepted you, and Tanjiro's like, well, that's fine, because I haven't accepted you either, because you stabbed my sister, motherfucker. Well, he didn't really say that, but you know what I'm getting at here. But, we have to it, Sanemi, on the other hand, like I said, his training was brutal compared to Iguro. At least they had certain breaks. His wasn't even having any breaks at all. The way how he's going all out, brutalizing all of these guys who apparently possibly has no sword skills. Well, Tanjiro has sword skills, but his speed is not able to keep up with Sanemi, that kind of thing. You get the idea. And there was a scene involving Genya and Sanemi. Genya tries to talk to Sanemi, but Sanemi tells him get out of my face, if you can't even use breathing techniques, you can't even become a swordsman, don't bother even being part of the Demon Slayer Corps. And when Genya mentioned that he ate demons, Sanemi was so enraged that he was planning to injure Genya very badly, but we have to it that Tanjiro manages to protect him. We have to it Sanemi's like, hey man, what the hell you think you're doing? And freaking we had to it Tanjiro gets enraged to see how he's tries to hurt Genya, He tells him to knock it off right now, and that Sanemi plans to injure him beyond recovery. But if you quit the Demon Slayer Corps now, I'll let you go, kind of thing. But Tanjiro really tells him to really knock it off right now. You don't even have that kind of authority. Who the hell are you anyway? And he made his mind up to risk the fight for demons. And without Genya, we wouldn't have beaten an upper rank. So I don't know what the hell is your deal. And there's no way I'm going to let you ruin him beyond recovery. Sanemi takes this as a challenge and decides to try to take on Tanjiro and attack him, But unfortunately for Sanemi, Tanjiro manages to block his fist. And Tanjiro managed to freaking kick him in the head or something in anger, in total rage and anger, you know. This kind of went on. This brutality was pretty crazy right now, and Tanjiro asks Zenitsu to help Genya escape. And although Sanemi tries to go for a kick, you know, Tanjiro manages to dodge it on time, and then Sanemi says, "Oh well, you got some serious nerve, huh? Let's continue on." You know, we had to Zenitsu tries to help Genya, and then he insulted his brother, saying he's brutal, but he punches Zenitsu in the face, saying, "Don't you dare insult my big brother," you know. And when it came to freaking like Sanemi and Tanjiro fighting each other, it looks like it didn't really like end over there. Many of the Demon Slayer courts was trying to stop Sanemi and Tanjiro from fighting, you know, but the freaking training and so forth, the chaos and freaking brawl went on until dusk, or until the end of the day, you know. And we have to it eventually that Tanjiro gets a very bad like reprimand or so from the higher ups, and this caused like Tanjiro's training suspended with the hit Wind Hashira, not to mention like he was also banned from going near him, kind of thing. I don't know. One thing's for certain is that like Tanjiro never finished his training with the Wind Hashira, which is understandable because he rebelled against Sanemi and he brawled against him. Thing is, though, the fact that he's able to land a hit on Sanemi while he is injured and brutally beaten very badly was actually very impressive. Well, Tanjiro has been through a life or death situation, so at least right now he's not gonna die now. But you know, when it came to Tanjiro's narration, he was unable to like have the Shinazugawa brothers like make amends. You know, I did mention this before and again, you know. Maybe just once or twice. I don't know what I'm saying, but forgive me. I'm pretty sure there's a reason why Sanemi is doing this. Maybe he's really trying to tell his brother, you need to get out of the Demon Slayer Corps, man. You're the only one I have left. So if I have to be brutal upon you, I'll do so. He's not confirming it, but at the same time, I think I have a feeling he might be doing this for a reason. But the way how he's trying to injure Genya, especially with possibly gouging out his eyes or possibly injuring his eyes beyond recovery, is very much like too much, man. I mean, like that's why Tanjiro was really upset about this, seeing that like Genya is his only little brother left. Why the hell aren't you cherishing him or something, you know, that kind of thing, and so forth. But that aside, we have to it like Tanjiro apologizes to Zenitsu about the situation at hand, you know. I mean, like I never wanted this to happen, but it can't be helped. But Zenitsu's like, hey man. And we have to Zenitsu tells Tanjiro, hey man, it's okay, it's whatever. You were able to actually take on that guy. That's actually very impressive alone itself. And but like I said, Tanjiro's suspension training with the Wind Hashira was pretty much like NA, or should I say banned for now, because you know what Tanjiro did. Honestly, I would have taken the same action as Tanjiro or something, and honestly, I would have really fought him as well for being a total jerk face towards a sibling himself, you know, that kind of thing. But that aside, and we have to Zenitsu and Tanjiro ends up having to like enter the Stone Hashira's training. We get to see Inosuke there, and it seems like to me he's handling this pretty well. Maybe because he enjoys the brutality or he just enjoys the training. But we have to it that we get to see like freaking like Tanjiro and Zenitsu seeing the Stone Hashira, I believe, or so, like sitting in the fire and having a bunch of logs on his back, and then you know like saying, hey man, I am welcome to my training ground, you know, that kind of thing. And preview next episode, or the title of the next episode is called the strongest of the Demon Slayer Corps. So we'll see how this one turns out, or how it goes, you know, but we'll see. But it could be possibly less brutal, but the way I look at it, it may be equal to that, but we'll see how that goes. Because when I see Sanemi's training, you know, he's a total crazy lunatic, which I'm pretty sure I'll get a really bad punch to the face by Genya. But you know, anyways, looking forward to see how next episode goes, because from what I hear or something like that, we don't have much left depending on the situation, but we'll see. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. So I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.